Wrestling and Para Arm Wrestling Championship that was held here in the capital last week. Congratulations to the entire squad. So moving on now, let's talk football still, where Junior confident of Eagles' chance at CHAN 2024. Super Eagles B team captain Ndoka Jr. has exuded optimism about the team's preparation for the 2024 CAF Nations Cup Championship set to take place across Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. Speaking ahead of today's international friendly against Zanzibar, Ndoka emphasized the importance of the feature in shaping the squad for the Group D battles against Senegal, Congo, and Sudan. It was amazing welcome. It was an amazing welcome from the people of Zanzibar. Ndoka said, "I must confess, they are very good people. In terms of our preparation, we still have about a week before the competition begins, and Nigerian home-based team is scheduled to play their first 2 group matches in Zanzibar before rounding off their group stage campaign in Tanzania against Congo." So we'll see how ready and how prepared they are to go and face this squad. But later today, we'll be seeing a friendly match that will be coming up between them and other counterparts. So moving on, let's talk transfers quickly as Joao Felix receives 2-year contract to leave Chelsea to join Ronaldo at Al Nassr. Chelsea's attacking midfielder Joao Felix has received a 2-year deal to join Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr. Felix's contract at Al Nassr will be valid until June 2027. Felix spent the last season on loan at Serie A side AC Milan. The Portuguese international is now set to leave Premier League West London club at the end of this summer. Felix and Ronaldo are both international teammates with Portugal national team. The 25-year-old joined Chelsea from Spanish La Liga side Atlético Madrid in the past. Felix has so far failed to establish himself as a regular key player for the Blues since joining the club a few years ago. And I think Felix sometimes is almost like Madueke. Sometimes he shows up and he plays amazingly well, and then sometimes you look for Felix and you don't see him. So that's why Felix hasn't been in Chelsea all through. He either moves from one club to the other, but when he plays for Atlético Madrid, he's always their go-to man. They always get the ball, and then the next in the midfield, the number 4 position guy does, the defensive midfielder, he looks for Felix. Felix either pushes the ball or he creates an assist or he goes further and even score himself. But Chelsea hadn't seen so much of that quality from him, and then he was shipped on loan to AC Milan. Now shipping him on loan to AC Milan also went with a clause to buy at the end of the summer, but AC Milan said, nah, he didn't really do so well, and we don't think we would be able to have a space for him in AC Milan. Now there's a conversation for him now going to the Saudi Pro League. At the end of the day, if it's not working out in EPL, it's not working out in Serie A, it's not working out in La Liga, just go to Saudi Arabia and collect money. As Iguodala will always say, go get money and then come back to Europe and play better football. So we'll see how all of this pans out for Joao Felix, if he would be able to make a mark for himself in the Saudi Pro League, having to be in the same team with the GOAT himself, greatest of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo. So let's move on, still talking transfer. Alexander Isak in shock move to Liverpool after sale of Luis Diaz. Newcastle United striker Alexander Isak is set for a move to Premier League rivals Liverpool at the end of this summer. Liverpool are prepared to go big for the Sweden international after Diaz's sale was completed. Recall that Diaz is joining Bayern Munich after agreeing on a deal with the Bundesliga champions to switch Anfield for RZ Arena. Isak, meanwhile, is keen to join Liverpool as he only wants Premier League champions. The 25-year-old is not even in talks with the Saudi clubs at the moment, despite Al Hilal reportedly offering him a staggering 600,000 euros a week and tax-free contract to join them this summer. However, the ball is now in the court of Newcastle United at the moment, to make a decision regarding Isca, with Liverpool waiting but ready to enter strong with record proposal for the attacker. The prize money on Alexander Isca's head is £150 million. It's Liverpool looking to go all the way big to get Alexander Isak. Looking at how much they've spent already, wouldn't they be going above and beyond the normal amount that the team is meant to spend in a season? They might, if they get to land him around that figure, £150 million, then I'm very certain that if investigations get done by FIFA and then they see that Liverpool overshot their budget, they might have it coming back to haunt them, just like it did Manchester City. So let's just see how all of this pans out. No deal has been finalized yet for Alexander Isak, whether he'll be going to Al Hilal or he would be playing for Liverpool, or he will still remain at Newcastle. But he has made his own decision, and he has made it clear that he would want to move away from Newcastle this summer. But let's see what happens at the end of the day. Still talking transfer, details of Bayern Munich's deal for Luis Diaz has been unveiled. Details of Bayern Munich's contract for Liverpool forward Luis Diaz has been revealed. Vincent Kompany's side have reached a full agreement to sign Diaz from the Reds. The Bundesliga champions agreed on a £75 million package with Liverpool over the player's signature. Liverpool have also approved the 28-year-old to join his Bayern Munich medical, to go for his Bayern medical in the coming days. Diaz wanted to leave Anfield Club, and the Reds accepted the condition. The Colombian international will now sign a 4-year deal with Bayern Munich. And then Liverpool's manager Arne Slot explained why Diaz was left out of the squad that were beaten 4-2 against AC Milan in the pre-season tie. So, looking at this now, Diaz is on his way out of Liverpool and he's ready to go meet company at Bayern Munich, as he has always been on their radar for the longest of time. We'll see how, the coaching management of Kompany, Vincent Kompany, would help him elevate his career, and also see how well it will pan out. He has left Liverpool for a sum of £75 million. So moving on, still talking football, let's talk quickly around Manchester United, as Ruben Amorim is not happy with Bruno Fernandes' attitude. Not best thing to do, Amorim opens up on Bruno Fernandes' attitude towards play. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim has identified one major problem with Bruno Fernandes' attitude. Amorim said the Portuguese midfielder sometimes loses focus and gets easily frustrated during the games. Manchester United would not want to remember the 2024-2025 campaign, when they finished slightly above the relegation zone with just 42 points, 11 wins, 9 draws and 18 losses in the Premier League. When they had hoped to qualify for the Champions League through the Europa League, the Red Devils were defeated in the final by Tottenham Hotspur 1-0. However, it was not a bad season for Fernandes individually, as he ranked up 19 goals and 19 assists in 57 games across all competition for the Red Devils. But the Portuguese international was heavily criticized by fans and pundits for his tendency to try and do everything himself. Why wouldn't he try and do everything himself when he has no other team guys who are looking to step up and do what they are supposed to do? This man has been carrying the team for the past 3 seasons. If my memory serves me right, his back is paining him. Ruben Amorim, can't you see that his back is paining him from the team? Don't get relegated. So if he's playing in the field of play and his teammates are not contributing as well as they are supposed to contribute, automatically he's going to get frustrated, because one, he alone, okay, just the match that was played between Manchester United and then West Ham just this past weekend, only him, this same individual, Bruno Fernandes, had the created plays, pushed the ball forward, got his strikers and attackers involved in the game for them to be able to score, but they couldn't until he stepped up again, carried the entire squad on his back and made sure he scored, and then gave Manchester United the win that they wanted, because he seems to be the only individual that is happy or that is always hungry to win when it comes to Manchester United. But as it stands now, Ruben Amorim is complaining about his attitude. I know most of the times the player needs to keep his cool and be professional when things are ongoing, but with the current situation of Manchester United, also him being the captain, a whole lot of responsibility has been placed on his shoulder. But right now, the guy is saying that his back is paining him. That's why we are seeing all of this attitude. I think Manchester United needs to find a way to sign more players, because this squad, this Manchester United squad, I don't think they are going to go find the EPL at all. I don't think they are going to go find the EPL, because that's the only competition they'll be playing at this season. So I don't know how far they'll be able to go with this squad. If Bruno Fernandes doesn't get help, then it's going to be a very, very big problem for Ruben Amorim.